Hello traders, welcome to Forex Friday. It's Stu Nagpan here, founder of Master Markets, Elite Trades Conference and the Traders Open Day. So today we are on the 8th of September. Yes, August was a quiet month. We usually do not trade here on Master Markets because of the low volume. But September is back and here we are on the first Friday of September. So we do not actually have any positions as of today, but I just want to tell you about just three essential tips today on strengthening your belief. Okay, how do you strengthen your belief in your trading strategy? All right, I think one of the common things that we found in traders that actually makes them lose their belief in your trading strategy, especially when a drawdown occurs and they take a bit of a loss, is that they they start to lose their belief in their trading strategy, and they stop getting almost into a paralysis where they cannot place the next trade and they're fearful. So, how do we strengthen this belief of your trading conviction in your particular strategy? Now, the first tip that I would say would be you must know traders, you must know the probability, the probability of of winning. Okay, the probability of winning in your strategy, winning, or I can even say failure. Okay, probability of failure or winning of your strategy. In other words, in trading terminology, we call this reliability. Okay, we call this reliability. Now, how do you know these exact statistics? The way to know this is, of course, the first important criteria is that you must have quantified your strategy. Okay, you must have quantified your strategy. Okay, you must be in a strict trading model. Now, we have talked a lot about this in our previous videos, so if most of you are not familiar with this word quantified, please do go and refer to all our previous videos on the YouTube channel, Master the Markets, or you can also go onto our blog as well on our website. Now, the second thing, traders, after you know the probability of your failure or your winning rate of your strategy, on other words, reliability, the second thing you must have is large enough profit to loss ratio. A large enough profit to loss ratio, okay, which will help you override your losses and push you into positive equity curve. Okay, positive equity curve. Okay, this is what we are looking at. So what we want is that the profits to override the losses so that we push the results into positive equity curve. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Not necessarily it's got to be more than 1 to 1, but you got to derive that from this reliability here. Okay, if it's, let's say, it's an 80% reliability strategy, even if it's less than 1 to 1, you will still make profit. So it's very critical to know your reliability. For swing traders, especially, for swing traders, I would say you'll be safe if your profit to loss is definitely more than 1 to 1. Ideally, at least 2 to 1. Okay. Some of the strategies that we do over here in the elite room and the ultimate advance, I mean, some of them shoot up to even 3 or 4, even 5% as well. Okay. Right. Now, the third thing is, traders, before I mention that, now you must know this first two factor. This is so critical, and some people, they even get stuck in even quantifying. Okay, because we've got traders, I mean, over the 20,000 traders that we've coached and trained and mentored. I mean, some of them come to tell us, even after 5 years of trading, they come and tell us, you know what, the greatest thing that I learned from you guys, Master of the Markets, is that we've learned how to the importance of quantification. All right. Now, the third thing, traders, before even I go to that point, to strengthen your belief, in these two numbers, you must answer the question. You must answer the question of why must it continue to work? Why must it continue to work? Okay, why must it continue to work? Okay, right. Now, in terms of this tree, the third tip, what I want to tell you is that, let me actually extend on it a bit further, because even though some traders might have number one and number two, but it's maybe it's limited out of data, Okay, maybe they did manual, or even if they were quant and they had like 10,000 trades that they have tested through programming. I mean, to some extent, I mean, we've met institutional quant traders and hedge funds traders and all that kind of stuff. But what we found is that even though they got one and two and over a very large period of testing, sometimes when they go into forward testing, it still does not work. So this question of why must it continue to work is very, very critical, and that can only be answered through ground logic. Okay, ground logic is very strongly related to market dynamics. Okay, to market dynamics. This is what we talk about in Traders Toolbox. Right, so this is all very critical, traders, to build your conviction. Now, all these three things, what it really helps you with, to build your trading conviction, and finally, it helps in just you trading and trading and trading consistently, because now you know it's just a matter of law of numbers for you to get to positive equity curve. Okay, to positive equity curve. Now you see, what do I mean by the law of numbers? Because you see, if you flip a coin, all of us here would unanimously agree that in a coin there are two sides, head and tails, and if you keep on choosing head, you will definitely get to a probability. The probability of getting a head or a tails is 50-50. But do remember that if you keep on saying heads, but you only toss the coin for 3 times, let's say, you might just get consecutively tails. Okay, that doesn't refute the point that it's not 50-50. Right? So what is important here is this critical word, which is called the law of numbers. I've got to toss the coin enough times to finally get it to 50-50 probability. And as long as I've got my profit to loss ratio in my favor, even in the 50-50 example, I can still get a positive equity curve, and I can get profits. Okay, consistent profits. So this is what's important, traders. Get these 3 tips, really understand about this, really contemplate on this, and then your belief will strengthen, and you will know, finally you get to a point where now you know what, it's just a law of numbers. Even though if I go through a drawdown and I know what my maximum drawdown should be, and after that it's just a law of numbers. You keep on constantly executing it as it comes, and you know eventually the winners will override the losses and push it to new positive equity curves. Okay, so that's all I wanted to tell you guys on this video. So just as a recap, so the first thing that you do need to know is your probability of failure or winning. Okay, is what you need to know. um, the next thing is that you need to know is your ratio, so your profit to loss ratio. And the third thing, what I just mentioned, is why must it continue to work, is what's critical that you must know. All right, so in terms of the positions for today, that's all the topic what I wanted to cover. But in terms of the positions what we got today, we don't really have any positions. We did take a small position today on euro yen, but we later realized that we just not take it live because it didn't actually fulfill certain other criteria, especially on euro yen, because we got overextension criteria here on the weekly as well. We did see that as well. So that's why even though we had a viable setup on the daily, we didn't really take it, and we did actually put a minimal risk on one of the accounts, and we just took a small loss on that as well. Okay, so not really any major positions at the moment, but by next week we will have positions and we will update you on that. All right, I guess that's pretty much that from me on today's Forex Friday. Looking forward to seeing you all and producing more topics and more quality information for you guys, just to improve in your trading and become successful traders who got large conviction in your trading strategy. Alright, so that's all from me for now, and as we always say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master.